Well, somehow I lost the pause on this and had to start a second video. That happened to me before, so clearly I've got a lot to learn with this YouTube journey. But anyway, I just wanted to come on and show you some things and, like I said, have a little chat. All right, so this next one we're going to do, let me pull this in just a little bit. Ooh, a little too close. Let's see, maybe about right there. This one is the Cozy Midnight Blue Bedrooms. Oh, and I'm sorry, I got this plastic. Should have done that. All right, done. Yeah, so I've been watching YouTube videos all day while I've been, playing in my planners and doing some housework. It's Saturday, so my day off. 2 days off, actually. So, I've been, observing different YouTuber styles and all kinds of things. And, I like a chatty video, where the people, look at this. So pretty. I love the night scenes with the moon, the full moon there. Oh my gosh. Look at that. So gorgeous. Oh, just love it. All right, so I'm just gonna pick one. I'll just pick the top one, put it down. So anyway, back to what I was saying. I like videos where, the person is talking and, chatting. Like you're visiting with a friend and you're each kind of doing your thing. I mean, I have my process. I'm not really trying to learn somebody else's process. I'm just, curious, I guess. That being said, there are a lot of planner videos where everything, that they do functionally, they put it on fast forward and they do a voiceover or they put music on. Yeah, to me, the music part of it is the worst because if I want to listen to music, I'll listen to music. Now, I please don't misunderstand. Everybody has different tastes and everybody's on a different journey, and I don't enjoy the music as much as I do the planner videos that just kind of talk while they're working. More like a chat versus a tutorial, I guess. And my mother, God rest her soul, had a lot of really, helpful sayings in life, shall we say. And one of them was she loved to talk. She was a born talker. She'd rather talk than eat. She needed people like people need oxygen. I mean, and that was just her. So when you get in a car ride with my mother, the first thing she would want you to do was turn off the radio. She'd say, turn that mess off, Vicky, so we can talk. Because, music can get louder or softer, and she didn't want anything to interrupt the conversation because to her, it was about having a talk. So I feel like saying to those people, turn that mess off so we can talk. God bless her. Sorry about the noise. Okay, all done. These are London Gifties, London and suburban houses. So, yeah. People talk about their lives and, what they've been up to, and I don't know, kind of feels like a little visit. And that's just the kind of thing I enjoy. I don't know, I can be into somebody's style or not even particularly, but I enjoy their conversation. So I'll watch their videos anyway. just purely to enjoy what they have to say. I don't know. All right, so these are the Victorian and suburban houses of London. Oh, so cute. What is that kind called? Isn't it like Tudor style or something? I'm not a big fan of the style for a home per se, but I do enjoy the sticker. And see, these, like, the colorway will vary throughout, which I also love. Like, these are kind of brick, and then it gets into the white and gold. Oh, look at that one. Like little brownstones, although they're not brownstones. But just so pretty. Wow. Oh, love them. Okay, so like I said, I'm just going to put a representation down, and we'll keep on moving. So yeah, this is Thursday. I did do Wednesday. Oh, this was a washi pack that I ordered. Another washi pack, another one of those $5.99 jobs, and you get all these rolls. So cute. This was one I think I might have, did I do this one on camera? Oh, I can't remember. Like I said, I had the flu, so it was kind of a lost week. Didn't get any chores done during the week, so it's all fallen to today. I wanted to change my bed because, you know, after being sick, you just need some fresh sheets. Oh, and I had to take the flannel sheets off because flannel sheet time is done. It's getting up to the 60s in the heat of the day, which for this menopausal woman, I do not need a coat for, so I am just content with long sleeves in the morning, and yeah, which makes me sad because, like I told you, I am a winter girly through and through, and there's nothing I like more than to be all in all cozy wear, and at nighttime get into my flannel sheets with my nice heavy quilt and just snuggle in. I used to, before I was menopausal, have a heating pad that I would put in my bed. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. The thing I do like about just regular cotton sheets is that they are nice and cool when you get in bed. So I will enjoy a nice, fresh bed tonight, which is perfect. I told my son that he needed to change his sheets because, yeah, it's just time. He declined the offer, but he will be partaking quite soon because it is time. I mean, I'm not one of those people who change sheets, you know, every few days, every week, or anything like that. But, I mean, a couple times a month, I think, is pretty good. For me, anyway. So, yeah. Let's see, what's the next one? What should we do? Oh, look at these. These are, sorry, full of flowers bottles. Look at those beautiful wildflowers. So what I've been doing is, this is Friday, putting the top of the washi, which on her stuff just comes off so easily. I mean, it's just the highest quality. You know, you get those cheap ones from Amazon, the pet tapes, and first of all, the roll is super skinny. And some of the, sorry, done. Some of the text is so faint, you can hardly read it, and yeah, just cheap. And they're not cheap. You know, a lot of them can be expensive. Oh, these are kiss cut. Wow, look at that. So pretty. They look like Gerber daisies, which are one of my favorites. Oh, look at those. So beautiful. Now that just sings spring to me. I do love spring flowers. Never been much of a gardener, but I do love a pretty flower. Oh, look at that one. With a cork in the bottle. These are more like wildflowers. more of orangey, rusty kind of colors. Buttercups. Wow, just beautiful. All right, so again, I'm just going to take that top one, and since they're kiss cut, we don't have to worry about scissors. So yeah, I'll just finish opening these up, and yeah, my son's at work. It's Saturday night, and he'll be delivering his pizzas. The weekend goes so quickly, doesn't it? It's like before you blink your eyes, it is, the weekend's over. It'll be Sunday night. Time to pack the bag and get ready for work. Ugh. Yeah, so it was really strange to have 2 days off, but they weren't good days off. It wasn't like I could, enjoy myself. I was so sick on Tuesday. I felt like I did not have the strength to fix myself something to drink. That's bad. It's bad. I don't know. It was GI in nature, which that's all you need to know. I don't know if I said before, but that's where I work in the hospital, is the endoscopy department. The camera, you go down into your stomach. So yeah, I see all sorts of things. This one is Cozy Journaling by the Window. I gotta take this paper off. Hold on. I'm trying to be away from the sound. Okay. So yeah, I don't know if I said this before either, but everybody's on those GLP-1s, the Ozempics, and et cetera, et cetera. And oh yeah, they'll make you lose weight. You'll feel full. It'll be grand. Yeah, let me tell you something. What they don't tell you is it causes something called gastroparesis, where the food sits in your GI tract and doesn't move. And people who have had gastric bypass or a Roux-en-Y, which is where they disconnect and reconnect the stomach to the intestine, yeah, they have natural gastroparesis anyway from their surgeries. So if you put one of those on top of it, yeah, I mean, people come in for their colonoscopies on those things, and they have to be off of it for at least 10 days, preferably 2 weeks, because of the risk of aspiration, anesthesia's policy, and because things sit in their stomach that long. They will have not eaten the 2 days, had a liquid diet, etc., and still they will have stuff in their system. I mean, yeah, I clearly need to lose weight, but not that bad. I mean, enough can go wrong. Look how pretty. On, just naturally with your GI tract. Much less give it something to make it halt. I mean, a lot of people have had some success, and, God go with them. That's good for them, but the risk outweighs the benefit for me. So many people who, are skinny, like these little old ladies who, barely weigh 140 pounds. Oh yeah, I take that for my weight management. It's amazing to me. It's like the new latest greatest thing. I don't know. Some people, though, you haven't seen them for a while, and all of a sudden they're super skinny. Makes you think, how did that happen? I don't know. As I've gotten older, the weight, that 5 pounds a year just kind of adds up. And I have been able to lose a little bit since the beginning of the year, I guess. Maybe 10 pounds, I guess, which, I've got 40 more to go. Well, maybe not 40, but 20 would not go amiss. 40, I would be back to thin. I don't think I'll see that. But, as like I said, I'm 56, and I can't eat a third of what I used to eat and not gain weight. I mean, you just can't have that many calories, you know, much less sweets or crackers or, you know, things. I used to eat cereal every night. My God, I haven't done that in years. I mean, just too many calories. I have to eat very, very small, light meals, and still, it's a struggle. You know, I just, the weight just doesn't come off as easily, and that's just going to be a fact of life now. Look at that. That's kind of like a purpley sort of scene. Wow. So, yeah, work is, I've been doing the same thing for a long time, so, you know, I kind of know it like the back of my hand, which is very comforting to me, and I'm very grateful for my job, and it's very close to my house, and I could walk. I do walk sometimes, not as often as I should, but I do. And, you know, it's a blessing to me. So I don't, you know, there's not too many gigs in the hospital that you can work an 8-hour shift, you know, Monday through Friday with very few weekends. I mean, I do have a minor weekend commitment, but it's nothing major. Sorry. This one doesn't want to come off. Oh. Hold on. I'd pause you, but I think I'd lose you. All right, there we go. All right. Little World Rainy Reading Nook 2. Turn that mess off, Vicky, so we can talk. She had all these little sayings. They were little Carolinisms. You know, any sort of situation, she had, you know, something to say about it. She was never lost for words, bless her heart. She went bigger than a minute. I'm a tall woman. She was 4'11", and the loudest voice in the room. So that's probably why I'm quiet, because there wasn't a lot of room for two people like that in the room. But she always had a good time, and she would give you the shirt off her back, and God knows I miss her dearly. She had diabetes, high blood pressure, but okay, cozy reading nook. Some rainy scenes. Oh, look at the hot coffee. Love. That's like an ocean scene. That's a night scene. That's a rainy window. Another rainy one. Oh, so beautiful. Just gorgeous. I mean, this makes your page, I think. It's fancy. Unlike Helen's stuff, which is, you know, highly functional in the most precise, concise sort of way. And I think there's room for both, you know. And that's the fun of it, you know, all the different things that are available. I mean, shoot, wasn't like this. Like I said, back in my day, when I was much younger, Mrs. Grossman, y'all remember her? She was kind of the only sticker game in town, and you would get a little bitty sheet. I mean, it was like a skinny little sheet, kind of like this one, you know, and you'd get, you know, the little stickers on the sheet, and this would cost about $1.25. And you might get 2 sheets. I don't know. But everybody had them. That was really all the stickers you could find. And back in the day, I was a big creative memories person. I have many of those ginormous 12 by 12 albums. I love scrapbooking. But kind of got out of the habit. I mean, those albums are just so big. And, you know, I take pictures, but not nearly like I used to when my children were little. And, you know, I was very grateful to have all of that documentation when my husband passed. All my albums we brought to the funeral home, and everybody looked through them, and I don't know, it's like somehow I knew better get every minute down. And I did. I gotta look through that stuff. I haven't done that in a long time. All right, I'm gonna put that there, but I'm not sure how the rest of it's gonna fit. So I'm just gonna leave that there for now. We've got 2 more to go, and then I'll let you guys go. This one is, Magical Ocean Life Jars. I love these jars. I think they're so pretty. A mason jar. I love a mason jar. Now, my grandmother and great-grandmother, this was my mother's mother and her mother, they canned tomatoes. Every summer, you got to can your tomatoes. And it was a big process, and everybody had to help, because the hard part, was boiling the tomatoes and peeling that skin off, because you didn't want that skin in your tomatoes. Hot. Scald your hands. But the whole kitchen would be nothing but the sterilizing pot for the cans and the lids, and giant pot of tomatoes on the stove. Oh, and they were so, so good. My mother flavored a lot of her cooking. She made the best soup, lima bean and dumpling soup, pot roast, vegetable soup. I would give my eye teeth to have some of her cooking. She was the best cook. I'll never have it again. You don't know that when you're young. That's beautiful. You know, you take those meals for granted. Many times I turn my nose up at this or that or the other. Oh, what I wouldn't give now to have a taste of anything. An apple pie. Oh my gosh, my mother, she learned that actually from my father's mother, how to make a good pie crust and how to do the apple pie. But she perfected it, and oh my gosh, melt in your mouth. Butter on the crust, bake it just right. I've tried, but I was never a good pie crust person. I can make a cookie, a cake. I can kind of do that with my eyes closed. I learned, my mother was a baker, and I learned how to bake at a very young age because she was not much on measuring, and me being, you know, so precise, I told her that she was measuring things incorrectly. You had to level off your teaspoons and tablespoons in your cups, or else the recipe wasn't going to turn out properly. Well, damn it, Vicki, then just do it yourself. So I did. And Christmas time, I didn't realize what a job I got myself into, because we had to make a lot of Christmas cookies. It was fun, though. That was such fun times back in those days, getting ready for Christmas and my mom baking. My dad was a lot older than my mother, so he had 3 children before he married my mother, and they were grown and had families. And so, you know, we all got together at holiday time, my father with his 4 children, and my mother did a lot of the cooking. Now, my sisters, you know, they were around her age too, so they helped her a lot, and everybody was a good cook. So again, those dinners, what I wouldn't give these days. Memories, memories, memories. All right, last one. This one is London Gifties Gorgeous Victorian Houses. Now, why did I get this one? Silly. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do this, but I'll figure something out. All right, here goes the plastic. Sorry. Okay, done. Well, I hope everybody had a good week. Happy spring. First day of spring on the, what was it, the 20th. Yeah, the 20th. Oh, these are Kiss Cut too. The Kiss Cuts are more expensive, but wow, so cool. The day, I don't know if it was a day, 2 days after I placed this order, she came out with a whole new release. Of course she did. But it was okay. There's some things I like, but I have all I need. I've got a lot of TheCoffeeMonstersCo, Hubman, Chubgirl, and London Gifties. More than I'll be able to use. Oh, beautiful. Look at these. Oh, now see, that reminds me, my great-grandmother's house was not as fancy as that, but it reminds me with those wraparound porches. Oh, just beautiful. So beautiful. And I love how they do the colorways. Like they do the pink. This is kind of a darker, plumish, reddish. Then the green. Another green. Then some blue. Back to pink. I mean, just beautiful. Here goes some yellow. Wow. White. Red. Oh, love, 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 love. So anyway, that's all for me. Like I said, I hope you guys had a good week and everybody stays healthy and avoids this flu and allergies. Oh my gosh, allergies are terrible right now. Everybody is sneezing and dripping and coughing. So it's no wonder. But 'tis the season. So, I don't know if I will get around to coming back tomorrow, but I'm sure I'll have plenty to upload and figure out with this one. Yeah, I've got to get better at descriptors and like putting a title over top of the video. I haven't quite figured out how to do all that, but thank you for bearing with me. And if you love a chat and you love a planner supply, then please come back. And I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Bye-bye.